everybody. Joining me now, Kimberly Guilfoyle. It is so good to have you here. Here's the thing that blew me away about the book, right? So I see you every day. You seem so happy and upbeat. You're making jokes all the time. You face some real obstacles.
Maybe I've done some good because I've been able to get to where I am today by people mentoring me, by people sharing the good and the tough times with me. And so here I am to do it and pay it forward, like you said.
Kimberly Guilfoyle has always been a force to be reckoned with, bold, ambitious, and never one to shy away from the spotlight. With years of influence, success, and a high-profile relationship with Donald Trump Jr., she appeared untouchable. But now, that power couple has come to an unexpected end. What really happened behind the scenes, and what does Kimberly truly think of the man she once envisioned marrying? She's finally opening up. Are you ready to hear the truth? Kimberly Guilfoyle's journey through love and loss. Kimberly Guilfoyle's life has been nothing short of a whirlwind. From passionate romances to public heartbreaks, she's faced it all under the spotlight, her personal life dissected by headlines and watched by millions. But despite the ups and downs, she's proven time and again that nothing can keep her down. So what makes her so resilient? Is it her ability to turn pain into power, to move forward even when the world seems to be watching her every step? Kimberly's journey with love started with Gavin Newsom, a rising political star who seemed like the perfect match for the ambitious Kimberly. Together they made a stunning couple, a dynamic duo making waves in the world of politics. Their marriage in the early 2000s was full of promise. They were two powerful individuals building something together. But as with many high-profile relationships, the pressures of life in the public eye took their toll. Could they really balance their personal lives with their soaring careers? As Gavin's political ambitions took him higher, the distance between them grew. The long separations, conflicting schedules, and growing demands of their careers created an ever-widening gap. By the middle of the decade, their marriage had come to an end. It was a painful chapter, not just because of the personal loss, but because it all played out for the world to witness. Every breakup, every headline was another reminder that their love, despite its strength, wasn't enough to survive the pressures of their public lives. But Kimberly wasn't about to let this defeat define her. If one chapter closed, another would open. And so love found her again, this time with businessman Eric Villency. Their whirlwind romance led to a marriage filled with promise, and soon after, Kimberly became a mother. Their son Ronan brought a new light into her life, filling her with a sense of purpose and fulfillment she had never known before. But even the strongest love can face insurmountable obstacles. The pressures of balancing motherhood, career, and personal growth eventually strained her relationship with Eric. By the late 2000s, they had parted ways. Another marriage, another goodbye. At this point, many would have crumbled under the weight of it all, but Kimberly kept pushing forward. While the world fixated on the drama, she shifted her focus to something far more important, herself. Single motherhood became her reality, and she embraced it with unwavering strength. With her career continuing to rise, she poured herself into her work, finding purpose in her role as a mother and never letting challenges hold her back. It was during this time that she became a household name, her strength, resilience, and drive shining through. But Kimberly's story was far from over. Could she find love again after all she had been through? While it seemed impossible, it wasn't really for Kimberly. In the late 20s, the world was introduced to her romance with Donald Trump Jr. What began as a connection between two high-profile figures quickly blossomed into something deeper. Their chemistry was undeniable, and their shared values seemed to align perfectly. Together, they built a life of grandeur, moving into a sprawling Florida estate. Their relationship was not just private, it was public. They shared their world with the world, showcasing lavish vacations, extravagant parties, and intimate moments for all to see. They seemed inseparable, their love a fixture in the spotlight. By the early 20s, their engagement seemed to signal a future together that was destined to last. A ring on her finger, promises of forever, they were ready to take the next step. But was their future truly as solid as it seemed? By the end of 2024, cracks began to show. What once seemed like an unshakable bond started to unravel in the face of rumors and whispers. The media buzzed with stories, and before long, speculation was rampant. Some said that Donald Trump Jr. had moved on before their breakup was even official, with a name, Bettina Anderson, popping up in reports. Had he found someone else, or had the relationship already been falling apart for some time? Was infidelity really at the heart of their split? Yet the issues between them were deeper than rumors of another woman. Kimberly, a woman who thrived in the spotlight and loved the hustle of high-energy social circles, and Donald Jr., who reportedly longed for a quieter life, seemed to be growing apart. Their differences, which had always existed, became impossible to ignore. Their breakup, just like their relationship, was public. Every detail, every rumor was dissected and magnified for the world to analyze. But while the world speculated, Kimberly did not waver. How does she do it? She did not break. Instead, she focused on what truly mattered, herself. She had faced heartbreak before, but this time her focus was on her future. A breakup, no matter how public or painful, would not define her. Love had come and gone, but her ambitions remained unshaken. Kimberly was not just someone's partner, she was Kimberly Guilfoyle, a woman who had built a name on her own terms. True to her nature, she emerged from the breakup even stronger. Instead of dwelling on the past, she redirected her energy into her work, her son, and her next steps. The world's attention on her personal life might have been intense, but it was nothing compared to the attention she was going to give to her own growth. Could Kimberly's resilience be the key to her success? Through all her relationships, losses, and public scrutiny, Kimberly has learned that love is not always forever. Some promises may not last, but that doesn't mean they're failures. Endings are simply opportunities for new beginning. And as she has shown time and again, what defines her is not her love life, but her ability to rise above, to keep pushing forward. Kimberly's journey through love, loss, and reinvention has been one of growth, strength, and resilience. She doesn't look back, she keeps moving forward. And that, in the end, is what sets her apart. But what really fuels Kimberly's unshakable resilience? Is it her drive to succeed, or is there something deeper at play, something from her roots that shapes the woman she is today? Kimberly's rise wasn't by accident. It was the result of determination and the solid foundation her family provided. Growing up in a family where ambition was nurtured and success was expected, Kimberly learned early on that setbacks weren't a reason to quit, but a reason to push harder. To truly understand Kimberly, we need to look at the experiences and family that shaped her into the force of nature we know now. The making of Kimberly Guilfoyle. Kimberly Guilfoyle's life has always been defined by ambition and an unrelenting pursuit of success, no matter the obstacles that came her way. Born in the late 60s in San Francisco, she was raised in a household that embraced two dynamic cultures. Her mother, Mercedes, a dedicated special education teacher from Puerto Rico, spent her life shaping young minds with compassion and care. Her father, Anthony "Tony" Guilfoyle, an Irish immigrant and real estate investor, embodied perseverance and hard work. Together, they created a foundation rooted in love, discipline, and relentless ambition. But even the strongest foundations can be shaken. So, what happens when fate changes direction? At just 11 years old, Kimberly faced the unimaginable loss of her mother, who was diagnosed with leukemia. The woman who had inspired her, nurtured her, and filled her life with love was suddenly gone. The grief was suffocating, a loss too heavy for anyone to bear, especially a young girl. But Kimberly's father wasn't going to let the weight of sorrow crush their family. Stepping into both parental roles, he raised Kimberly and her younger brother Anthony Jr. with unwavering devotion. Could this loss have broken her, or did it spark something even stronger within her? Despite the crushing grief, Kimberly channeled her emotions into her education. At Mercy High School, she not only excelled academically, but became a vibrant force among her peers. School became her refuge, a place where she could honor her mother's dreams and keep her memory alive. It wasn't just about grades, it was about carrying forward the legacy of love and determination her mother had instilled in her. And with that, she set her sights on something even bigger. After high school, Kimberly enrolled at the University of California, Davis, and pursued her education with unmatched discipline. She didn't just want to succeed, she wanted to prove she could conquer any challenge life threw at her. Law was her passion, but financial independence was equally important. To support herself, Kimberly took up modeling, working for high-profile campaigns like Victoria's Secret. It was an unexpected combination, law student by day, model by night. But for Kimberly, it wasn't about fitting into one mold. She had learned early on that she could thrive in multiple worlds. But would the balancing act become too much for her? Her journey in law took her to the University of San Francisco School of Law, where she showed both academic brilliance and an innate understanding of justice. Kimberly wasn't just studying legal theory. She was learning how to wield the law with authority. She interned at the district attorney's office, gaining firsthand experience in prosecution. She wasn't waiting for success to come to her. She was actively preparing to take the legal world by storm. Kimberly's legal career took off when she joined the San Francisco District Attorney's Office. Fearless and brilliant, she quickly became known for her sharp intellect and no-nonsense approach. Kimberly didn't shy away from the tough cases. In fact, she leaned into them. One of her most defining moments came when she prosecuted a notorious dog-mauling case that captured national attention. It wasn't just a trial to her, it was about standing up for justice and giving a voice to the victims who couldn't speak for themselves. Could she be the rising star in a field that was as unforgiving as it was challenging? But success rarely comes without its hurdles. When political shifts within the district attorney's office led to a restructuring, Kimberly found herself out of a job. It was a tough blow, a reminder that circumstances can change in an instant. But instead of letting the setback define her, she adapted. Kimberly moved to Los Angeles, where she took on a role as deputy district attorney, handling some of the most harrowing cases, from domestic violence to homicide. She didn't just confront the darkest aspects of human nature, she fought for justice. This new chapter became her opportunity to rise even higher. Her time in Los Angeles proved invaluable. The courtroom became her battleground, and under its pressure, she grew stronger. She returned to San Francisco, reclaiming her place as a respected attorney, unshaken by the setbacks she had faced. Kimberly had built a reputation for being unyielding, a force to be reckoned with in the legal world. No matter how many times life knocked her down, she always got back up. And that relentless spirit, her ability to rise from the ashes, would define the rest of her journey. From her early years of loss and hardship to her rise in the legal world, Kimberly's story is one of resilience, drive, and unshakable determination. What started as a childhood full of grief became the foundation for a woman who would never settle for anything less than greatness. And as the challenges continued to come, Kimberly proved that no matter what life threw her way, she was ready to face it head-on, one victory at a time. Kimberly Guilfoyle's bold career reinvention. Kimberly Guilfoyle's rise from courtroom power to media icon was a career shift that no one saw coming. A natural under pressure, she wasn't afraid to switch gears when the right opportunity came along. From dominating as a prosecutor to captivating audiences on national TV, Kimberly's career took an unexpected turn. What started as a simple career move turned into a front-row seat to some of the most intense debates of the decade, launching her into the spotlight. Yet fate wasn't done with Kimberly just yet. As if her career in law wasn't thrilling enough, life had a new challenge waiting for her. This time in the world of media. Kimberly's ability to break down complex legal matters with clarity and passion made her a natural fit for television. It didn't take long before she became a sought-after legal analyst, gracing national news programs to offer her expertise on high-profile cases. With her magnetic presence and razor-sharp mind, it was clear this was just the beginning of a new chapter. Before long, Kimberly made her way to Fox News, joining the co-host team on The Five, one of the network's top-rated programs. Television was a different battlefield, no less intense than a courtroom, but with its own rules and stakes. Instead of criminals, she was now taking on political and social issues, and her courtroom bravado translated perfectly into the media world. In this new arena, words and ideas clashed just as fiercely as any argument in the courtroom. Kimberly didn't shy away from the challenge. She jumped right into heated debates, engaged with differing perspectives, and held her own with some of the most respected voices in media. She had taken down criminals in court. Now she was taking on the complex world of political discourse with the same fierce tenacity. Kimberly's story isn't just one of professional triumph, it's deeply personal too. From the first moment she stepped into the courtroom, she made her mark as an attorney. Her sharp legal mind and keen understanding of the law set her apart. But what truly distinguished her was her rare ability to connect with people on a human level. She wasn't just another lawyer reciting statutes, she understood the real lives behind the cases. This ability to empathize, to see the humanity in the law, became a constant thread woven through every part of her journey. Then came the turning point, the early 2000s, when Kimberly found herself drawn to a new world. Leaving behind her successful legal career to dive into the unpredictable world of television wasn't an easy choice. It was a leap of faith, but Kimberly had always trusted her instincts. She began contributing legal analysis for Court TV and ABC News, where she quickly gained attention for her ability to make complex legal issues feel approachable and easy to understand. She wasn't just explaining the law, she was making it relatable, showing how it touched people's everyday lives. In 2006, Kimberly made the move to Fox News, where her career truly took flight. With her confident demeanor and straightforward commentary, it didn't take long for her to become an audience favorite. She had a knack for cutting through the noise, getting straight to the heart of the matter with conviction and clarity. What really set her apart, though, was her ability to balance seriousness with humor, tackling even the most heated topics with a light touch that made her approachable and relatable to viewers. Her role as co-host on The Five firmly cemented her place in the media landscape. The show, known for its lively debates and diverse viewpoints, was the perfect stage for Kimberly's unapologetic style. She brought a unique energy to the table, blending wit with wisdom effortlessly. Whether discussing politics, culture, or current events, Kimberly made viewers feel like they were part of the conversation. It was this connection, this ability to make people feel seen and heard, that made her a beloved figure in the media world. Over the years, Kimberly's presence on Fox News only grew stronger. She wasn't just a guest commentator anymore. She became a staple of the network, appearing on multiple programs like Outnumbered and Hannity, proving she was versatile and dynamic. But here's the thing about fame. It doesn't come without its fair share of challenges. The same spotlight that helped her rise could also shine a little too brightly. In 2018, her time at Fox News came to an abrupt end amid controversy. It was a tough moment, one that could have easily marked the end of her career. But Kimberly wasn't one to retreat when things got hard. Instead, she chose to see this setback as a chance to reinvent herself. So, what did she do next? She didn't stay down for long. The years that followed became a testimony to her resilience and adaptability. Kimberly turned to writing, diving into books that shared her insights and experiences with a wider audience. In 2015, her book, Making the Case: How to Be Your Own Best Advocate, hit the shelves. It wasn't just about legal advice, it was about her personal journey, a story that resonated with anyone who had ever felt the need to fight for themselves. Her book wasn't just a legal guide, it was a roadmap to empowerment, helping readers realize their own ability to advocate for what they believe in. Who would have thought? A lawyer turned author, writing with the same passion that made her a force in the courtroom. But Kimberly's creativity didn't stop there. As if one reinvention wasn't enough, in 2024, she stepped into the world of children's literature. Her book, The Princess and Her Pup, was a heartfelt story about kindness and resilience. It was a far cry from her previous work, but no less impactful. It reflected her deep compassion, not only for people, but for animals too. In fact, a portion of the proceeds from the book was donated to animal welfare organizations, a cause she has always held close to her heart. Here she was, redefining what it meant to be a multifaceted public figure, showing that we are all capable of shifting gears and growing in unexpected ways. Kimberly's story is a powerful example of transformation. It's a tale of a woman who refused to be confined by others' expectations. What's so inspiring about Kimberly? Her journey isn't just about fame or success, it's about having the courage to embrace change and face adversity head-on. She's proof that life isn't a straight line. We don't just move from point A to point B. Instead, it's a winding road with plenty of bumps and detours. And with each twist, we have a chance to evolve, learn, and grow stronger. What makes Kimberly's journey even more compelling is its deeply human element. She's not a flawless figure, nor does she claim to be. Like the rest of us, she's faced her fair share of setbacks, mistakes, and hard lessons. And that's what makes her so relatable. After all, who hasn't faced struggles? Life is messy, unpredictable, and it rarely goes as planned. But what sets Kimberly apart is how she handles the mess. It's about the resilience to pick herself back up and keep pushing forward, even when life throws curveballs her way. Her life is proof that we're all works in progress. We're constantly changing, adapting, and redefining who we are. Kimberly's story shows that it's never too late to start fresh, to chase new dreams, and to create a life that feels true to who we are. Her journey reminds us that we have the power to shape our destinies, no matter where we begin or how many challenges we face along the way. As we look at Kimberly's journey, we see more than just a woman who achieved great things. We see a human being who embraced the messiness of life with grace, grit, and determination. She's the living proof that we all have the ability to rise from our struggles. Her story offers hope and light to anyone who has ever felt lost or uncertain. It shows that it's never too late to reinvent yourself, to pursue your passions, and to create a life that's both meaningful and fulfilling. So here's to Kimberly, to her courage, resilience, and her unwavering belief in the power of possibility. Her story isn't just about overcoming adversity, it's about embracing it as a stepping stone to something greater. Her journey continues to inspire, and it will continue to do so for generations to come. Because when it comes down to it, Kimberly is a living testament to the idea that life isn't about avoiding failure, it's about using those setbacks as fuel to propel ourselves forward. Kimberly's life is far from over. In fact, it's just getting started. Her impact isn't measured only by her achievements, but by the lives she's touched and the hearts she's inspired. And that's what truly makes her unforgettable. Not just what she's accomplished, but how she's used her platform to inspire others to chase their dreams, overcome obstacles, and live boldly. Because no matter where we start, the power to create a life that's uniquely ours is always within our reach. In the end, Kimberly's story is a celebration of life in all its complexity. It's a story of courage, resilience, and the unyielding belief that we are all capable of defining our own paths. The courtroom may have been where it all began, but her journey is far from over. She's far from done, and the world will continue to watch, to learn, and to be inspired by everything she does next. Kimberly's journey has been nothing short of remarkable, rising through challenges with unwavering determination and grace. But now, we want to hear from you. What's your take on her story? Does her resilience resonate with you, or do you have a different perspective? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories like this. Thanks for watching.